All right, so if you're a procurement professional and you're tackling your SIPS qualification, that's the Chartered Institute of Procurement and Supply, you already know that journey can be pretty intense. Well, today we're going to explore a totally new way to approach your studies. Let's jump right in.
So, let me ask you, does studying for your SIPS exams ever feel like a massive uphill battle? You're juggling your job, your life, and then trying to get your head around these really complex modules? Yeah, you are definitely not alone. The traditional way of doing things has some pretty famous hurdles.
For a lot of people, this slide probably looks very familiar. We're talking about really high upfront costs for study centers, super rigid class schedules that just don't fit into a professional's life, and that classic one-pace-fits-all approach that can leave you either totally bored or completely behind. It's a system with real risks, and often you have very little access to the tutors you actually need.
But what if there was another way to do it? Let's meet what could be a real game changer, your AI Sensei.
This is Supply Sensei, and what it is at its heart is a 24/7 learning system that's perfectly aligned with the SIPS syllabus. I want you to think of it less like a piece of software and more like your own dedicated personal tutor that is ready to go whenever you are, day or night.
Now, before you think, oh, it's just another AI chatbot, let's really dig into a smarter way to learn, because how this whole thing works, well, it's probably not what you're expecting at all.
Okay, look at the difference here because this is the whole story. With most AI, you do all the heavy lifting, right? You have to figure out what to ask, how to phrase it, and then just cross your fingers and hope you get a good answer. Supply Sensei flips that completely on its head. The AI is the tutor. It drives, it prompts you, it guides the entire session step by step. And here's the crucial thing, you never have to figure out what to do next. It takes away the huge mental burden of structuring your own study session, which lets you focus 100% on just absorbing the material.
And this quote just nails the whole idea, doesn't it? You are always in control, choosing what you want to focus on. But you don't have that mental weight of having to drive the conversation. The tutor handles all the navigation, so you can just focus on the learning.
So what does that actually look like? Well, check this out. The system shows you the learning outcomes for a module, you pick one, and then, here's the really cool part, it asks how you want to learn it. Do you want a simple explanation, some practice questions, maybe a full step-by-step walkthrough? It's all done with these clear, numbered options. You are never left just staring at a blank text box wondering what on earth to type.
And get this, it's not just one single AI. It's more like a whole team of specialists. If you need a really clear explanation, it brings in Nina. For a real-world example, Ash steps up to the plate. And if you need to understand a really complex process, Ravi is your guide. It's a structured team, built to give you the right kind of help at exactly the right time.
Okay, a guided specialist AI team sounds great, but what about the bottom line? Let's take a look at how all this translates into real value and real savings. It's time to talk numbers.
First, let's start with a number that's probably all too familiar. The upfront cost for a traditional SIPS study center. It can easily be over £1,300, and often it's much, much more than that, for just a single level.
Now, compare that to this. The cost for Supply Sensei is a one-off fee of $19.99. The difference is, well, it's massive, and believe me, that's just the start.
This table really puts everything into perspective. It is not just about the jaw-dropping difference in the upfront cost. Look at flexibility. Fixed class times versus learning anytime, anywhere. Or personalization. You go from one pace for the whole group to a style that is completely tailored to you. And of course, availability. You're not waiting for scheduled classes, you have instant 24/7 access. The value proposition here is just incredibly strong. So what does this all add up to? Well, it's more than just a tool. It's a completely new environment for learning. It's time to join the procurement dojo and start training smarter. Look, this is not about finding shortcuts. This is about finding a more effective, a more efficient, and a much more affordable way to master your craft. It's a training ground designed specifically for busy professionals who need every single minute of their study time to really truly count. And that brings us to the final question. With a guided, tutor-led system that's available 24/7 at a tiny fraction of the cost, are you ready to make your SIPS journey smarter, not harder?